Where do you go? How do you find a good contractor to renovate your kitchen or your bathrooms or find a good handyman? I'm Teyssier. This is Road to Close Quick Hacks. I have the answers. I'm going to give it to you right now. Contact me. Contact your realtor. As top realtors, 20% of the realtors doing 80% of the work. We are trained to have a list of vendors and create a list of vendors over our career that we trust, that we like, that we know, that we would recommend. Lenders, home inspectors, plumbers. So lucky for you, I'm your buyer's agent and I work a lot of flips, new construction. I build houses myself. So I have a pretty good list of the different types of contractors you would need. So I wouldn't say I have an extensive list. I don't have 10 plumbers because contractors are very finicky. Sometimes one year they're good, the next year they're not so good. So I would say contact your realtor for a list of contractors. If you are one of my buyers, potentially in the past or whatever, I definitely have a list of contractors for you to use. And I'd be absolutely tickled to share them with you.
But seriously, your realtor should be your first call for most everything. And we do have some general contractors we work for, but we also can make some recommendations. So for example, we needed like a small part that the client had for an older dishwasher that needed to be installed. We had the part, just need to get installed. Like, how do you find a contractor for that? So what I did is I actually went on Thumbtack and we got a couple different contractors. Now listen, all these resources I'm about to give you, other than myself, are going to be suggestions. They're not a guarantee. So I made 3 different inquiries, I think, of 3 different people on Thumbtack, and maybe one got back to me like a day later. One got back to me right away, and one was just unrealistic. So out of the 3, I ended up fishing out one, we'll say, and it ended up working out right. They came over, put the part in. It was like 5 minutes for them, but like for us that do not know dishwashers, it would have been weeks. I mean, this is something that was dragging on for my client. And then they were gone, and they got paid. I wasn't part of the payment transaction, so I'm not quite sure how that went. That was the client that handled the payment, and that was it. So there is a Thumbtack. There's also Yelp. You can look on Yelp for just about anything in the entire world. There's also what was formerly known as Angie's List. It's now just Angie, A-N-G-I. There's also probably one of the hardest words in our industry to pronounce, and that's Howls, or is it Who's? H-O-U-Z-Z. You can also search on there. Another one is called homeadvisor.com. I'm not going to recommend any of these. I can only say that obviously I've used Yelp before for other things, but Thumbtack is the one I can only speak to exactly. There's also homeadvisor.com you can check out. So I'm going to wrap this up by giving a very good piece of advice that I've received, and it is no matter which one you go with, maybe check out the Better Business Bureau, the BBB. Check it out, not necessarily on the website, but on the contractor you're going to use. A lot of these contractors might just be like Uncle Jim, Aunt Jill, whatever type things that may not have a contractor license, but are like handy men or handy women, handy people. So they may not be on the BBB, but the BBB is a very good resource for all things. All right, Teyssier here, Road to Close, Quick Hacks. Hope you enjoyed it.